This episode of Not Well, we talk about sugar and spice.
We talk about drama in the House of Representatives.
And drag queens.
We talk about townships and towns.
And we talk about how you can deal with friendship roadblocks.
We talk about peaches and cream.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about peaches and cream. And we also talk about airline pilots at the very end, and you're not going to want to miss it. So we do a fucking full-on presentation. Let's get to the episode. We need to be like
Right there's good.
Right here.
I don't know what we're doing. We're just going. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm freezing.
I don't know why. I'm sweating.
Well, it's the middle of winter, even though it doesn't feel like it some days. And you have, I think you have a window open.
Well,
do you have a window open? Because I feel a breeze, not the fan, like a cool breeze.
maybe you're getting sick.
Why would you say that?
I mean,
You're such a bitch. I know how to warm up. I need to drink. Okay.
have a bev. Cheers. Oh. I love a good high noon. You know, we're going to get in trouble with some high noons.
I always do. And I took a PPI today.
It's because I can drink like, oh, you did?
Yeah.
How are we doing? What's the update?
I haven't thrown up in like 5-6 days.
Yay. I was going to do like a clap, but I don't know where it went.
I also took Zofran 2 of those days.
Yes, queen.
Everybody, welcome to the show. We just watched Drag Race, so we're feeling frisky. We're feeling sassy. We're working.
We're feeling like the Sugar Twins.
Banter face with sugar and spice. Ooh.
Honestly, it takes us way too long to get into drag. We like to take our time. We like to get into the fantasy.
So next time, dress up as clicking. There's no such thing as ugly, just hot or camp.
Everyone's always like, get you a man that could do both. Yeah, like why just be a prince when you can also be
A princess. Sweetie, I'm not shady.
We're dating.
They're dating. Okay, I'll be the third. Actually, no. Well, this doesn't look like the toy store. Sweetie, that was my line. Whatever.
What in the Maria, Kate, and Ashley's going on?
Off to be viral. Gonna go break the internet. Always, baby. Always.
We are sugar and spice, except for we're fat and fatter, or like,
Yeah,
what's our
would we
name?
be? Sugar and Spice,
What's like two big things, like watermelon and cantaloupe?
Boil and Toil, Toil and Trouble, Trials and Tribulations.
Saturated fat.
Okay, saturated.
Or saturated
unsaturated, saturated. Unsatch, satch.
Satch and unsatch. We're here. We're the unsatched twins.
Unsatched twins.
A lot of people don't like the twins, but I think they're going to go far. Just saying.
I'm just going to be honest. First of all, is my mic low? Like something's not working. Like
Put it in your hole.
Literally in my mouth. That was you this morning. I don't want to hear it.
Well, some of us had to do our due diligence. We're talking about the double mint twins.
So I do see them going further. I just don't see how they are the stars of the show. They're not the stars for me.
And
like they're just
but
two little queens who
from Long Island.
And I know they have quote unquote 7 million followers on TikTok.
7 million.
They have only 300,000 on Instagram. Like they're not that popular is what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
It's easy to get
Again,
followers
they're
on
very,
TikToks.
but
like,
they're Gen Z.
People are like, oh, I have 1 million views on this video on TikTok. And it's like, well, you know, people scrolling through TikTok
Now,
for
I will
an
say
hour.
it's not that easy. You make it sound like it's easy, but it's not. I'm just letting you know.
Well, once the algorithm likes you, it is.
Well, it is, because it's funny.
You get one viral video and then boom.
And
it's
boom,
easy.
honey.
It's easy.
Boom, boom, babe. I'm wearing my frontwards hat today. I'm being
I
very
noticed.
masked.
You're very butch.
We are like twins, though. It's like
We're butch today.
butch.
Did you see my shirt?
Oh, yeah, this is my shirt, or your shirt.
It says.
This boy's a bottom, and it's me and my CPAP with glasses on.
Yep. I made this shirt just for my friend because I'm a true friend.
Because he's a true friend.
I wear it out and people are like, who is that hot guy?
And then I'm like, it's me.
It's my friend Bobby.
I've actually never been out with you wearing it, so this will be interesting.
It'll be a good night.
It's going to be a fucking good night. I do want to play. So we only got one voicemail this week, which is fine.
Okay.
But I do want to play it for you because that's how we're going to start the show. Because he talks about, okay, it's fine. No, it's good.
I feel like I'm about to be criticized.
You're about to
and
be
it's
in
just gonna be like,
trouble.
run into me like a train. Like I need a warning.
Whoa.
I'm an introvert.
Warning, honey, it's coming. It's coming, honey. What is this thing called? Okay.
Hey guys, it's AJ, and two things from your latest episode. Number one, graham crackers were invented by a guy named Dr. Graham, who believed that you had to eat certain kinds of food, plain foods, in order to not have sex, because sex made you sicker and die earlier. So part of his program was to create these crackers that were kind of bland, and that's where graham crackers come from. Super weird, I know. Secondly, I lived in Minneapolis for 12 years, and you nailed it. The gay scene there is exactly what you said. They do not really care if you're there or not. They are kind of unfriendly. They're nice. They're nice to your face, but they're just kind of like, meh. I never got it. I am so happy to not be there. Bye.
Oh my God!
Thank you, AJ.
Wait, so he was there 12 years, and that was his. So you got it.
He said I got it in a weekend.
Less than a week.
Yeah, like a week.
A weekend. You're like, no,
a week when it's an off week too. Like it wasn't the real.
where the locals would be there.
Yeah, they were all like, sorry. I mean, and I know that you talk a lot, and sometimes I get annoyed. I'm like, ugh, here he goes talking to these people again.
I do talk to,
but
a lot
like
of people.
literally nobody talked to us. Like
That's
nobody,
weird.
and that's weird. And I'm like
when I see people I don't recognize at a bar, I'm like, oh, are you from
are
Columbus?
you from here?
Yeah, like,
right.
oh hey, like,
right. Like who are you? Wait, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Or I just
and
talk to people from Columbus too.
Well,
and I'm like just talking.
Well, and then I think that. Then I sit at the bar. I'm like, ew, you ugly whores. It's like, no.
Yeah.
So maybe that's gonna be my sign to.
You should try.
Be more proactive.
Maybe you should reach out.
Reach out to somebody. So, AJ, thank you so much for the
If
call.
I could.
And the graham cracker thing.
Okay,
you
the graham cracker thing. I'm glad he brought it up because Matt brought it up to me.
Okay.
While he watched the episode on YouTube, and Matt was like sending me this, and I'm like, wait a minute, but did this guy realize we were gonna put fucking canned icing on the graham crackers?
No.
Because, like, gag for him. It's not simple. It's not pure. I eat graham crackers with icing on them, and then I go jerk off. So like. It didn't work.
Honey,
the graham cracker recipe failed.
I do Cool Whip.
Wait, Cool Whip free?
Listen, this is what you can do to
in the tub. Cool Whip free. Cool Whip free.
Yeah.
So 0 points.
Right. So I take a graham cracker. Well, here's the problem though. You take a graham cracker, you put a little layer of peanut butter on it, then you scoop a fucking glop of Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
And there you have it, folks. You're welcome. Now, if you were to
peanut
put
butter Cool Whip.
So if you put those together, freeze it. It's a Weight Watchers
ice cream sandwich.
I mean, it's not.
Well, it's still not Weight Watchers.
And it's still like 6 points. You're like, graham crackers are surprisingly, yeah.
Well, I'm a little worried about the peanut butter situation. Have you ever tried the peanut butter powder with water?
Yeah, it never worked for
me.
me.
It's not good.
It doesn't work.
Now Matt loves that, and I don't get it.
He doesn't love it. He's acting like he loves it because he wants to be skinny, but it's not happening.
Do you know how many things that I pretend? Like I pretended like whole wheat pasta was good for so long.
I know.
And I would just say 0 points on the purple plan, 0 points.
Same.
And I would eat it and then be like so bloated because
it
it's
hurts
just
your
all
stomach.
fiber.
It does.
And then I'm like, I would rather have a small bowl of plain regular pasta instead of whole wheat pasta. Sorry. It tastes different.
It does.
Like even mac and cheese. Yeah, there's just so many things you pretend.
Harder.
You pretend it's good because you want to lose weight because you're like,
you do.
Oh, this is really good.
Wow, that was like a really refreshing grilled chicken sandwich. I'm like, bitch, I want the fried spicy. But now here I'm like, this is so fucking good.
Oh,
truly. And it's like,
yeah, like we'll just use skim milk instead of whole for this cream sauce. Like, no.
Well,
I'm just on a new bandwagon here, which is like moderation bandwagon.
Oh, mine's the Wegovy. Because I have an update.
Wait. What is happening with Wegovy?
It's back in stock. Now, I even found out today at Costco that I was like, do you guys have Wegovy here? And he looked back and he goes, yeah, we have a few. They're back in stock, bitch, everywhere.
Are you?
The problem is I've got to get my insurance company to cover it.
Oh, yeah, you can't do $1,200 a month for fucking...
But then I thought maybe I could, though, because...
Honestly, let it.
But what if I... like?
Do you have an HSA?
Yeah, I just didn't... I don't have enough.
Oh, yeah, you spent it all on Amazon shit last year. You were like, I'm going to buy a CPAP battery for my equipment, but pretend it's for my CPAP. You literally...
You have a big dick.
You... I remember you're like, I found all this stuff on Amazon that's HSA compliant.
Well, you can click HSA in the like little like filter,
that.
and I'm like,
I was like, I'm not gonna say it's fraud. I'm just gonna like agree and say
I didn't know that a whole back massager was. I mean, it's like there's $500 things. I'm like,
now I didn't know that you could get a massage covered with your HSA, and so now I just go. And
Yeah,
get
it
my
has to be
massage
like,
covered.
but it has to be. There's certain.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, you have to have the word
Therapeutic.
therapeutic. You have to have like all this shit. So
A
it's like-
doctor's recommendation. I mean, we're HSA compliant. I'm not saying we commit fraud here. We don't. But I'm just saying if you
No, I
wanted
don't commit
to,
fraud. I
if
honestly-
you wanted to,
Well, okay. So, for example, like if we ever go on the road and I need a generator, I bought one because just in
it's
case
for
my
your CPAP. In case we go hiking.
In case we go hiking,
Camping.
which it's not going to happen.
Don't tell Michael. I don't want to ruin.
No, I already-
don't want to tear apart a marriage. But you're not going hiking.
I'm not going hiking. He knows that.
Matt can't go hiking, so I'm not like
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
Michael
well-
that.
By the way, I signed up for the facial and the massage too.
I want to get you did a facial? I didn't sign up for a facial, by the way.
No, because you're doing a 90-minute.
I'm gonna add on a facial then.
Well, you're gonna be there by yourself, bitch.
Wait, no, I'm not, because everyone else can use the facilities.
So we do 30. Okay, well that's fine. We do 30. We do 30-minute. I think it's like a 30-minute facial.
Okay.
And a 60-minute massage. That's
I
what like
should
a few
rather
people
do
got.
that.
You and Amber got 90.
Now I kind of want to do a facial too. But like, if I did a half-hour facial, you guys could be in the hot tub. They have like hot tub. They
And
have
it's
a
all
pool.
ours apparently.
Yeah, the
Which
whole
I wish there
place.
was, like a fatter person was going with us, which is I'm the only fat person at this trip. So,
No, you're not.
but I do have like this really. I need to say something that's like. First of all, I want to. Oh my god, I just got high for a second.
Yeah, you were like,
I have a really big anxiety about the trip, and here's why. We're going on a trip, and I invited some friends from at home, and I invited friends from here. I couldn't invite everybody. And the problem is that there's still like probably 4 people that I would have invited if I had the space. So I had to eliminate like certain situations. So I know certain people like definitely don't like, the cold weather or don't like skiing at all or don't.
there's no point on this trip then, because the trip it'll be freezing cold.
We're
only either skiing or lounging the whole trip.
I've been wanting to say this for a while, and it's really been bothering me because this is part of my trauma and my
Preach.
my therapy.
Preach.
But it is something that really bothers me is that I feel like I always have to like let people know, like, hey, I'm gonna go on this trip
But I
with all
still
these
love
friends.
you.
But yeah, right. It's like I don't have to do that.
No, you don't.
Like literally, and the people that I'm talking about would be like, I don't want to go anyway, or okay, like cool, like you invited certain people because those certain people connect with these other certain people, or whatever it is. But I get so out of shape. Well, bent out of shape. I'm already out of shape.
Round is a shape.
It is, and it's a hot one too.
Yeah, no, I know what you
how
mean.
do you feel
because
about that?
I realized, I think in the past year, maybe year and a half, maybe since the Trintellix dose got increased. But I feel like I realized you don't have to be invited to everything, and you can still be friends with people.
Like literally.
Like I look around and I'm like, there's
It's
even
hard.
friends right now that I have to like remind myself of that, who like I have mutual friends, and then those two do things together
And then you're
all
like,
the
what the
time,
fuck?
and I'm like, does this person not like me? And then I'll ask the one friend, hey, does she not like me? Because she never invites me to dinner, she never invites me here, and I see you two out all the time, so I know you guys do things, but then I'm like not invited,
Why
but we're
am I-
both friends individually, and it's like weird. And then I'm like, actually, I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, I'm not going to that. I'm not going out with them. I'm not
But
going to that
that's
dinner.
okay.
It's okay because
It's
we
tough,
still are
though. It
friends.
is hard.
No,
Like, it's
it is
hard for everybody, I
Well, it's
think.
harder for you because you don't see these people often. So then you're
right.
thinking,
I
if
wanna
I'm getting all
see-
together, we need to all be together. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Because you can
Yep.
fly home to Atlanta any given weekend.
Sure.
And
Or they
hang
can
out
fly
with
up
them.
here.
Well,
And that's
the where's the shade button
which
when you need it?
P.S.
Maybe you can shove it up my pussy and close it back together.
My mom's coming in town.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
The real gag would be if your dad came into town.
Well,
but,
that'd be the gag.
I mean, your mom's been before.
Yeah, but she hasn't been to my new house. She doesn't.
Oh, she hasn't been to your new house
No.
yet? Oh, wow. That's been 3
We'll have to
years?
yeah, we have to get her on the pod.
We need to.
We need to bring your mom.
Oh, she would love it.
Oh my god, it would be a disaster.
She would probably be like, what is this?
We'd be like, we don't really do this. This is fake. Don't worry about it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
anyway, like getting back to what I was saying though, it is something that is so hard for me to hurdle and like get to the next level because I know these people. Like I'm sure their feelings would be kind of hurt. I mean, like think about if
I
like
think as someone who's frequently left out, feel bad for me. Pity button.
Don't.
oh, that's the same one.
I think they probably felt that way, but then they also, on deeper evaluation, are like, no, I'm not paying to ski. It's $600 for a ski pass for 3 days.
It's expensive to get out there.
It's,
I mean, like-
it's $200 to rent the skis. The flights are $400 minimum.
Yeah.
it's in the middle of winter, so flights can be delayed and missed. And it's also gay ski week. And are they gay?
I think I'm unpacking all this.
So there's a lot of things where they're going to think about it and be like, yeah, this isn't the trip I need to go on with Bobby.
So
like I can go on other trips with him. We can meet up other places.
how do I like,
I don't. Okay.
because I'm still not
So-
okay. Just friends are really hard to deal with lately. Like it's just a hard thing because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Well, here's the thing. So then I'm like, okay, so I just need to figure out. And if someone wants to call and give us advice every week, I don't give a fuck. I love it. AJ, if you want to call and let me know what to do, AJ.
Yeah.
Do I say something to her? Well, now she's going to know, but do I say something to the people that aren't invited? Like, hey, there's going to be this thing that you're going to see everybody start posting pictures. I just wanted to let you know. Like, is that, or do I even let them know?
I would. I think.
I just
think
want to
it's
give a
something
heads
that-
up.
I
Like,
think if it's something that's bothering you, it's
Yeah.
better to just like do it and say this is not like a breach of friendship. I don't think you're not a friend because I didn't invite you.
No,
There are
right.
just there's only so many places.
connections, right? The connections that are there.
Yes.
I can't not invite this one.
Yeah. Without not inviting this one.
Right. It just, that's where it
Yeah.
could, I mean,
Well, and the thing is, though,
I wanted to
but
mix
we
of
met
new
these people. That's
Right.
the thing is like we've connected
True.
with them. We like went down to
And
Austin
you know
met
them.
and I
Right.
met
So
them.
that's the other
So
thing.
you're
It's like
bringing them because I
everything's
know them
kinda-
too. Like I know all these people too.
correct.
So you're
it's like,
bringing the right mix. When I look at the list,
Bam.
I'm like, oh yeah, like we all know each other
there's a way to
by
connect the
one
dot.
degree.
Yeah. Where's
And it's not just you. Like I know, no, even if you're out of the picture now,
Oh,
like
honey.
I know Amber
Right.
and I know Emma, and Emma knows Sarah and Ashley, and
it's-
I know Ian from.
So do you
here
know how I
through
met
Michael?
Emma?
No.
Through Courtney, who's going to be there.
See,
so it's all
like,
connected.
Even if each one of us are removed, we all know each other. somehow.
everybody's connected by another person
Yeah.
in that group, actually.
This is like the perfect mix of a group.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Even Matt's met Ian. Matt's met Sean. Like, yeah.
Here's the thing. This is not going to be the last one. I feel like it's going to be an annual thing, in my opinion, as long as my aunt still lives there.
We can mix
And
it up.
We can see who makes the
Not
cut next
everyone's
year.
going to be able to
No,
make the
not
trip
everybody's
every
gonna
year.
make it every year.
Because, like, people have work things, other trips, other ski trips. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's been bothering me a lot, and it still is, and I've felt it.
I think it's better. Here's my new attitude because I'm thinking of doing
Upfront,
this
honest.
too. This is weird.
Oh no.
One of the people above me in the work hierarchy, who a lot of people think I don't like, I actually don't hate at all. Like they're like, oh, you like don't get along with this person, and like there's been some meetings where I like am just vocal, and people mistake assertiveness for being a
For
bitch.
being mad.
For being mad and angry. And you're like, no, I'm being assertive. I'm stating my point. I'm asking a question. And just because they don't like the question and they get pissy about it, or someone else like shouts me down or like silences me. I had someone silence me in a meeting twice, same person. And I'm like, I'm over that. Like,
But I have an opinion
I don't engage.
too. And why
I'm
is my
allowed to just
opinion
bring it up. Yeah, like,
not
why can't I
valid?
bring it up?
Why can't
I'm
I
a-
just say something?
So like that's the history of with this person. Like a lot of people just assume like, well, you guys don't get along because you've had this. No, I still appreciate the person. I
Sure.
still think they're doing a great job. They're
Sure.
trying hard. So recently, yesterday I was like, I think I'm just gonna like send them an email and say I appreciate what they do, and I think they're trying hard. And recently, I think they're doing better than they did like 3-4 months ago. It's just feedback.
Wow, I like that.
So
That's
it's just like
really mature.
relational feedback.
That's
I think
like
we need
really,
to give.
yeah.
Because I can tell when someone's trying, and it's not that I'm like, I just want them to know. I want this person to know. I see what you're
you.
doing. I don't hate you.
And you don't have to say I don't hate you. It's
If
a way
we
of
have-
saying I don't
yeah,
hate you
I don't
by
hate you.
complimenting and being like,
Yeah.
look, I think you're doing a great job. Like,
And
this
same
has
with
been
your
great.
friendship. You could say like, it's nothing to do with. I
Right.
think we have a great friendship.
No, yeah.
It's just that this moment is not it.
It's not
and
the
so like
time.
for my situation is like this issue we have a thing with, and we're working through it. But I still think overall we're doing great. It's kind of like
What's kind of funny though about that too is that it's everybody else's perception too. So I'm perceiving it like she's gonna fucking hate me.
She
and
might
she's
not
gonna
think
go.
anything about
she's gonna
this.
go. Ew, I don't want to go.
I don't want to go skiing. I don't want to spend
or
$2,000.
I understand. She actually, this happens a lot to her.
Yeah.
So she understands, and she'll be like, "Well, I get it because everything's connected to a certain way." So anyway,
okay.
I think, but like you said, like just being upfront and honest, like, but also I like the follow up thing. Like
I need to follow.
I
up.
don't follow
I think
up
I'm
with
gonna
enough
do it because
people.
we sit and stew. We stew with it. We brew it. We just like are going on and on in our heads. Like, oh, I wonder about this. And I've realized I'm like, every few days it comes up where I'm like, someone else will say something, or then I'm thinking, I'm like, why am I stuck on this thought over and over for weeks at a time
what's happening
when
to me.
all I need to do is just
Address it,
and get it fucking done and move on.
Because literally the person's gonna go, she's gonna go,
It's fine.
okay.
Yeah,
like why are you making this so dramatic? And it's because that's what I fucking do, and I'm tired of it. And
I think it's our anxiety, our insecurities from childhood. Like,
it's bad though. And I think when you tackle, like I've been tackling my stuff, obviously. So like there's a lot of stuff from therapy that pops up, and now it's like in front of me instead of buried, or it's a little higher up. So like I recognize it more.
Yeah.
So it's just scary. Like my therapist asked if my medicine was working. So we'll just put that.
so we're at that again.
Tear you a new asshole.
We're at that stage again then. Okay. Well, that's fine. You've
So, I don't
already
know.
worked through the last time.
So I don't know if I'm gonna have to adjust or
What
not.
dose are you on of that Prozac?
I'm at 40 now.
Okay.
Which is mid. It's like that's the recommended.
Go up to 80, yeah.
I don't want to go up higher because I feel like once you get
They
to
don't.
another.
You want to have wiggle room. Well, I think a lot of us too, growing up in our community, we're afraid. We have very few friends as it is. We don't want the few friends we have to stop liking us, and so it's always
True.
like, I got to keep them. We got to.
Why do you think we stayed in the closet for so long and
Yeah.
didn't want to be ourselves? We absolutely crushed our own selves because we wanted you to be our friend, because we were scared you were gonna like reject us.
I think straight people are allowed to fuck up more often.
They're
allowed to have a friendship and be like, like girls get in fights all the time, and then they're still friends.
That's also the problem with this too.
I feel like I don't want to have any fight at all ever with any friend, because I'm like, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to totally lose that friendship.
And it also,
So no fights.
it can get nasty.
Bury the conflict.
Because
bury
if
it,
you
bury it, bury
really,
it.
really let it get you, you have so much ammo under your. I mean, there's so much ammo though. Like you can shoot at somebody. So it's like, if you like, it's scary once you become close and vulnerable with somebody. But that's why I think that's why it's bothering me though. I think we need to all focus on our mental health. And I think a lot of people actually are right now.
That's
but
good. We hate on resolutions, but it's a good idea.
It is. And I really like the theme to be follow up.
Follow up. Just literally
follow.
If it's bothering you, do something about it, because it will keep bothering you until you do. And it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. It can be a text message. Or an email, like a 5-sentence email. That's all I'm going to do. I'm literally not going to be like,
and it takes
I'm not
no
going to walk.
time.
I want to have a meeting with you. No, I'm just going to be like, here's an email.
You got a minute?
Or like, hey, can I just tell you something? I think that I've
No, the
noticed what
email's
you're doing.
perfect.
I really like.
Because
Yeah, email.
It's calculated.
Yeah.
It's precise, and it gets the point across without you having to be like, yeah, okay, well, bye, and like, not interacting in real life. Like just a quick little.
That's all I want to do.
I
Just
didn't
to say,
tell you
like,
this, and I don't know. Like, I'm probably gonna have to cut it out. So that's something that that's what set me on my are my meds working, because
I'm sorry.
spiraled.
That's like that.
It's pretty rough.
Well, yeah, that's really fucked up. And
so that's but anyway, I want to
so
tell you
fucked up.
that.
That's so fucked
because that's
up.
what spurred this new.
I wondered what I was like. Why does your therapist feel that?
Because I went in hot. I was like, I hate everybody. First of all, I was like, she's like, okay. I'm like, that's
so weird.
So anyway, I'm dealing with. I'm going through it, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that now I'm in therapy to fix it? What are you doing?
Yep. Exactly.
Are you going to continue acting like you're too young to understand what's going on, and then you're not? But again, I'm like, oh man, it's
right.
crazy.
No, literally, it's like now we're at a point where we're doing better.
I'd rather be with my friends.
Yep.
I'm more excited about this ski trip than I am about. Sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
I know.
And that's what I say. You have your chosen family, and it's true. Because
Chosen family is real, and I
it's
think
way better.
the people who listen to this podcast, most of them know about chosen family.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
find your chosen family if you haven't, because even if you're a straight girl that listens to the show, you have a chosen family. Or I guess we're part of it. I guess.
No, totally. But this is what I want to hear from our listeners. Like, if they can call in and leave a voicemail,
Yeah.
I want to hear kind of what their family issues are and how they worked through them, and any tips on like setting boundaries, on looking at the past, not worrying about having regrets later in life. Like, I
like
want to
that.
learn like how can I do this better? Because therapy once a
learning.
week is great, but like it's other people going through it we need some tips.
You also, also somebody can see something differently and be like, wait, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's why therapy's good, but also you can
It's
get
good
kind
to
of
hear from
stuck with your
friends, too,
you can get
'cause it's
stuck in
only
your
one other
therapist.
person.
Your therapist can kind of like become your teammate, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you deserve the world. And it's like,
well,
do I, or you just want my next month payment? Which I know I love my therapist.
It's
I
never about that.
I don't think it is with mine. I really, really don't. But also, I know it's her job, so it's like you have to like
There
me.
is that always where you're like,
Yeah.
they are required to like. Talk
But
to me
also,
about
I think I'm sure there are clients that they're like, okay, bye. I don't know. Maybe she's just good at making me feel special, but here we are.
But I also think the people who go into therapy and become therapists are like genuinely caring people. That's the crazy thing is like
they care about people who they show up and they're like, oh, I'm like,
they like,
you'd probably be a good therapist.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
Honestly, I wanted to be a psychologist, but then I was like, I'm too fucked up.
That's what I worried about. I was like, I'm too fucked up myself. I don't even know what's going on with me.
Mental health
so
is
I didn't
so
even want to go
scary.
into it. But I was like, I feel like I could help people because I've gone through it. But then I'm like, no, I'm too fucked up.
Can you imagine? Like, your brain can literally go psycho.
It can convince
you of things that
it can make you hear things that aren't being said. It can make you see things that aren't being said or seen.
And you're
They're
crazy.
not there. And you're the crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't feel
But you're
crazy.
just at the mercy of your own brain.
That is really fucked.
Yeah.
That's-
Medications.
Hashtag we're getting deep today.
We took a deep dive. I love that.
I did. I needed to get real. I needed to get like that off my chest because it's been bothering me. And then like,
Are you there because of your faults, or are you there because you were put there? And that's the real.
scene. And that's the tea.
And scene.
Bring it. Work.
So I do have a question. As someone from the South, I thought you would know this. What are peaches and cream?
Peaches and cream.
Because I know like there's a song, and I hear like peaches.
You
and cream.
taste so good to me. Peaches and cream.
But like, what is that?
It's like,
why is that a phrase? Peaches and cream. Like, are people just pouring cream over peaches and being like, that's a dessert? Like, fuck.
Honestly, I always thought peaches and cream was like,
I think it's a Southern dessert. I feel like.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's like oatmeal and peaches.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's a really interesting. I don't really.
I thought you would know because it's like
I
a
know the
Southern thing. Like,
song.
oh, peaches and cream. And
Hey, Shawty, we don't play. And then I can. Oh my god, I can sing the whole song. But can we look it up?
yeah,
Did you
like,
look it
let's
up?
no, I
or-
didn't look it up. I thought you would know, so I didn't look it up.
Peaches and cream.
Peaches and.
What is it?
It's probably like a nasty dessert that poor people have. I'm just kidding.
No, you're
Peaches are
not.
so expensive, actually.
A little cream over sliced peaches. So it's like a thing.
Oh, so it's whipped cream. I thought it was like
so it's almost
liquid
like it's
cream.
Cool Whip.
But
It's like peaches and Cool Whip. I always thought it was like
to me
oatmeal
is not.
to me.
I'm just gonna be
Ugh.
honest. Like that's not a dessert. If you served me a bowl of Cool Whip
Okay,
on top of
I think this is
sliced
what it is.
peaches, I would be like,
Have you ever had like an orange creamsicle?
yeah,
I think it's like a peach creamsicle, if that was a thing.
but not like a
But
frozen
not.
delicious dessert. Okay,
Right. I always thought peaches and cream was like oatmeal.
That's like a lazy person's
That's like a-
dessert to
that's
me.
like a-
I'm just gonna say like that's a lazy
Oh,
dessert.
that's a lazy dessert.
Like, let's just slice
that's a
up
Weight
this fucking.
That's a Weight Watchers dessert.
That's a Weight. Oh, Cool Whip free and fruit.
and fruit.
Oh,
It's like basically. I mean,
but honestly,
we're not
like
mad
it
at
would
it.
taste good. Like I'm not. I love fresh, like real
But
fresh.
that's one of those
peaches
things
are
that's like
so good.
But again, would
but
you rather a
lazy.
chocolate bar or a peach?
I wouldn't want peaches and cream. I would never opt for that on the dessert menu. Like, oh, we have peaches and cream.
Peaches
No,
and cream.
I don't want it. The other thing,
That's funny.
something else that's been like bothering me this
Oh.
past weekend/week is the weather. Climate
Okay.
change is real. Global warming is happening.
Oh,
We had mid 60s in Ohio in end of December, January. Mid 60s.
after it was 2 the week before.
Yeah, it was like 2 degrees, and then it was
60.
65, 66
Yeah,
degrees.
yeah. It was hot.
And yeah, it was hot. And I'm like trying to figure out the problem I'm
good.
having is personally how it's affecting me and not just destroying the planet. It's making me bored when I'm staying inside. Because like you don't
Something's up with that.
I know. I like got bored
were
being
bored.
at home the other day, and I was like, "Why am I bored? Why am I bored? I haven't been bored the whole winter because it's been cooler."
Well, the
And
winter
then-
started, by the way, honey.
Actually-
a while ago.
Was it cooler? Maybe I'm like lying to myself, but
Probably.
over Christmas it was cold, and I enjoyed being inside and just being at home on the
Well-
couch. And then it got warm, and I was like, I want to do something. So I'm a
See,
little concerned. I'm like, I want to do something.
I
It's
agree.
warm. It's warm out.
Or like, I want to go sit on the patio
Yeah, I wanna go- I
and not
wanna
like
go-
be cold or
Yep.
not be hot. Just kind of.
it's warm out. I got to go do something. And then I was like, there's nothing to do. It's literally like a Monday. Like there's nothing to do. And it's January. Nothing's going on. Nothing's planned. There's nothing outdoor. No patios open. but it's 65 degrees.
I had to say
So I
something.
wanted to do what?
You just triggered it. I think one of the best feelings in the entire world ever, and this might be a high moment, and that's fine, but one of the best moments ever is like when the patios open up for the first time, and there's like, it's like a little bit cool, but there's the sun out, and you have your sunglasses on. There is no feeling like it. There is none.
There is not.
If you
You're
really
right.
think about it, like think about that
That's
feeling.
so
Like,
weird. I can think of going to Barrios Tacos, even though I
Yes.
don't like that restaurant.
Right,
but they had a great patio, and it would be packed.
Like Gremute. I
the
think of going to
first
Gremute, and it's
60-degree
like,
day,
ooh,
and
it's
we're
a
just
little-
like, the patio's open. Let's just sit out here and drink and eat. And it's like nothing special, but you're just
No.
like, oh my God, we're on a fucking patio.
But it gives you, like, I can feel
yeah,
it in
we'll
my
wait
heart
30.
right now.
We'll wait 30 minutes for the patio. Yeah, we'll wait. And then you're just like, you go out there and sit, and you're just on a fucking patio.
Yep.
Like you can go sit outside on your front porch or your backyard.
So
like,
weather actually really does affect
so maybe that's
mood.
why I was like, I was feeling that. Like
You
I
had
have
that
energy.
moment,
I want to
right.
do something. I want to.
Let's go sit on a patio.
We got to go do something. It's warm
So
out.
sad. It's so sad.
But it's like January.
Right. You
It
need to,
shouldn't be like
we
that.
need
Like
to-
we're going on a ski trip in February.
Right. I
And
mean,
I'm
that's-
hoping it's not 65 in Salt Lake. Like there's not going to be no snow.
They have so much snow right
Okay,
now, by the way.
good. Like
They just got like a
I hope
foot,
it
like-
stays cold. Like I don't
think they're
understand
good.
why we're having such warm weather in January other than well, I know why, but I'm just like I don't like it.
I get it. Like,
You know, like my mood's going like
Well,
this.
right. And
I want to like hunker down and hibernate.
well, and you have made the comment about your seasonal disorder.
So that's- maybe
it
that's
triggered
it.
you to be like, wait, this is not right. Now you're tricking me, and now I'm pissed.
Okay. Because like when it was getting cold in the fall, I was like, oh, I'm like, it's time. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling off.
Yep.
And then I get a 65-degree day and I'm like,
And meanwhile, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I feel down. You're like, oh,
yeah. You're like, I have to
it
be
is
skinny
bad.
again.
Oh my god, we do. We got to get skinny. I have a few things.
Okay.
I need to know if you have heard Nostradamus's predictions for 2023.
Oh no.
Oh, honey.
I've heard of that name. I know he's like a predictor guy, but he's dead.
Yeah, I'll give like a little history lesson right here.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that was interesting.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay, so he basically was like psycho. First of all, I found out that he was mad because his like wife and daughter and kids like died of a plague. And he also was like really into the Old Testament. So he's kind of like a fucking whack job as it is.
There it
but
is.
he's predicted a lot of stuff. So the three things this year are the fall of the monarchy, which
It's on its way.
it's kind of freaking me out because
It's time.
with Harry coming out with that book. What did he expose?
Everything.
It's about to be problematic.
Yeah, like everything.
World War III. That'll last 17 years.
just like the Afghanistan and Iraq
just like
war.
that. So we have Russia,
Another
and
fucking
Ukraine.
war, yeah.
You have
Here we
China
go.
playing games. Like,
Fuck.
and the third thing will be the arrival of the Antichrist.
It's this year.
I think it's Elon Musk personally.
I do
but-
too,
Or it's those
actually. I
drag
could see him buy
twins. Those
something.
drag twins.
It's the drag twins.
It's
Sugar
sugar.
and Spice are
Sugar.
Which one's the Antichrist and which one's anti, which one's Christ?
Well, they have the same DNA, so it's like they're both
Oh,
Antichrist.
yeah,
they're
you're right.
Antichrist together.
Antichristes.
That to me, I hate Nostradamus because he's the one that puts me in all the. But he's predicted a lot of things.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna maybe do like a.
I'm not
like-
sure how many have come true, but you're right.
So that's like weird because I've always had like I was always scared of like 9999 and 2012 December 6th or was it what was the day? You don't even care.
No, I don't remember.
12/1. What was the date that was like supposed to be the end of the world, the Mayan calendar? Remember that whole thing? And they had
yes.
a movie.
No, I remember that, but like I remember there's been so many like end of the world dates.
9999. Oh my god, this is when and they're like, no, just
Y2K,
kidding.
Y2K.
Y2K. I really get into those, so that's why this Nostradamus thing. I'm like, oh no, like
I just didn't realize that some guy back then like went this far forward
did.
every year and was like, and in 2023, and in 2024, and in 2025.
he did.
Why would he do that?
I think because he read the Old Testament a lot
He's
and he's
insane.
pissed. He's insane. He was probably insane.
But honestly, we must be getting towards the end then. If the Antichrist is coming this year,
It's happening.
Like, but wait. So
But
this
the
isn't
problem-
making sense. So like, how is the Antichrist coming this year? But then we're going to be around for 17 more years.
Well,
like,
I think he could be.
the Antichrist is supposed to end the world.
Well, the Antichrist will be revealed. It says not
Oh,
like
okay,
he
not
will
fully-
take over. So he could be somebody that's going to grow up in the next.
It's Sugar and Spice.
It's Sugar and Spice.
Like
period.
they're
The
because they're like
Antichrist.
not even adults yet. I don't think. I have no idea.
They're 20.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
They look
Sugar
like
and
they're
Spice and
12.
Make it nice.
Oh fuck. 20. Okay, so we're really old. Okay.
Here we are. I also really need to discuss like what happened to our government this week, and I don't want to go into it too much because we talk about government
There's
and religion.
like almost a fist fight, and like Kevin McCarthy failed on like.
This is quite a sight to behold.
And votes.
Kevin McCarthy needs one vote to become Speaker of the House.
He does not look
Matt Gaetz does not look like he is willing to acquiesce and change his vote from present.
And look, there's some guy in the back who was literally went up to yell at Gaetz in a pink tie, and another member pulled him back.
McHenry seems to be trying to talk Kevin McCarthy down a little bit here. McHenry, of course, is key ally. Look at that face.
He looks dejected. Look at that.
14 votes.
Yeah, 14. He won
15 votes. Yep. It hasn't happened in 150, 60 years. Like, it's just embarrassing that the Republicans are like, we got power, and then they don't know what to do.
They have no idea. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene's fat arms like clapping in the wind. I'm not fat shaming, but I will her. Girl, put some sleeves on.
I know. God, fuck.
Why? First of all, not even because your arms are flabby, because that's an ugly look.
You know why I'm upset? Because Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert, and Scott Perry, the chairman of the Freedom Caucus, walked in Kevin McCarthy's office last night and made their own personal demands for which subcommittee chairmanships they want to have and who they want.
Cheated on her husband with her trainer in the gym, and like she looks like that.
Yeah,
she's not training anymore.
She's not training.
She needs to find a new boy toy to fuck.
But
like, it's just and Donald Trump's calling her Matthew. He's also a sex trafficker. Like, what's happening with that?
I don't like his mouth. Like, something's not right with that. It looks like a Simpsons character.
If
kinda.
That's the least of it. I mean, yeah. If
Gaetz. Trump.
that's what you're worried about.
And then that Boebert.
When I arrived in Congress 2 years ago, Nancy Pelosi put this hunk of garbage outside of the House chambers for members of Congress to go through. Today, they are being removed, and we are turning Pelosi's house back into the people's house.
I can't.
So these,
she almost lost her re-election too by like 500 votes.
I know.
Like, she needs to realize like she's on the way
girl,
out.
You're on the way out.
Now here we are, being sworn at instead of being sworn in, and we could have had this solved months ago. I have been working every day to unify the Republican Party for the American people. And yesterday, we had a deal that was not a selfish deal in any way for Kevin McCarthy to get him the gavel on the first ballot, and he eagerly dismissed us.
It's just a mess that it took that long to get us fucking speaker.
So explain what, okay, so maybe for people who don't understand government, explain what was happening, why they were voting, or what that's all about.
So in the House of Representatives, you have, 435 members. You have to get a majority of those present and voting to become the speaker. And the House can't do anything until it has a speaker. So it's first order of business after a new House is elected.
Right.
They come in before they're even sworn in.
Well, because if
they're
Nancy,
all just
so
Congress people elect.
So if the Democrats would have kept the House, and there would have been none of this, right?
Oh no, Nancy would have immediately become speaker. Yeah, right away.
Okay.
But no, because Republicans got a narrow five vote majority.
Girl.
Like the red wave was coming, and then they're barely in control of the House. Well, they're not in control of the House, but they have a majority.
Literally, they're like, we're going to pass bills. I'm like, you have to get
they're not going to pass
and the president.
They
you
will
fucking
not.
idiots.
They won't pass anything. They're not going to pass anything because people like Matt Gaetz are just going to be like, no. And then 4 or 5 of them will go with him, and then they won't be able to pass.
I don't even blame somebody from his own party trying to attack him. But anyway,
I know.
So they have to vote in.
So
this
they have to get a speaker before they can even get sworn
paid.
in.
They don't even have the emails yet.
Before the staff can get paid, before they can even get fully into their offices.
Right.
And before they can have any rules of the House, before any bills can be brought up, before any committees can be formed.
Anything can happen. They've got to have a speaker.
Nothing could happen until the speaker was done.
Which is kind of funny because I think that's how they knew, eventually it has to come to a head because people aren't getting paid.
No, it's
you're
literally
sitting here for hours.
I think
not
it's
getting
coming
paid.
up in 2 weeks. They have to get paid. Yeah.
So
it was coming. I think the 18th. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but yeah.
I don't know why either, but
so basically it was a total disaster. There was a near fist fight on the floor. We have all the photos.
Most of the Republicans wanted, so the Democrats voted the same person, which that guy that they were voting for.
He's amazing. Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries is the perfect person.
He's literally gonna be president.
He is so just calm.
Yeah.
his speech when he his
Alphabet
speech,
Babe.
that was amazing.
Should I play it right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's.
Will always put American values over autocracy, benevolence over bigotry, the Constitution over the cult, democracy over demagogues, economic opportunity over extremism, freedom over fascism, governing over gaslighting, hopefulness over hatred, inclusion over isolation, justice over judicial overreach, knowledge over kangaroo courts, liberty over limitation, maturity over Mar-a-Lago, normalcy over negativity, opportunity over obstruction, people over politics, quality of life issues over QAnon, reason over racism, substance over slander, triumph over tyranny, understanding over ugliness, voting rights over voter suppression, working families over the well-connected, xenial over xenophobia, yes we can over you can't do it, and zealous representation over zero-sum confrontation. We will always do the right thing by the American people. So let us not grow weary of doing good, for the American people will reap the benefit of the harvest if we do not give up.
From start to finish, I was like,
I didn't realize what he was doing until like almost the
maturity
end,
to Mar-a-Lago, like instead of Mar-a-Lago.
Well, you saw the Republicans were like, "Oh my God, we're getting read to."
Yes,
this
they
was like
are.
the dirtiest read from the library of any.
They just were sitting there like,
he gave so many reads, like 26 to be exact.
yeah. Every letter, I was like, wow.
I didn't realize he was doing it until
wow,
like S
to xenophobia. I was like, yeah,
oh,
that's an X.
Work. So anyway, they some people wanted fucking. So the Democrats voted for him
every time,
and then
he had more votes
consistent
than Kevin McCarthy
the whole time
until the end. Yeah, like until the end.
So then McCarthy had like 202 votes, which is the majority of his party. There's like,
but
there's 12.
Matt Gaetz and like six people had to vote present, aka didn't vote.
AKA you can go.
So then it lowers the majority of voting people, and so that's why Kevin McCarthy won on the 15th vote,
time,
which
so
this hasn't
5
happened
days,
since the 1800s.
I mean, George Santos was already supposed to be lying to us.
Oh,
already.
by the way, George Santos, which you can put this up. George Santos had the white power sign when he was being sworn in. He did. Yep. So this. Yep. So.
I'm gonna tear you a new asshole.
So that's happening in the Republican Party. They're doing white supremacy signs while they're being sworn in.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
And this guy, first of all, he's excommunicated from our community. I don't even think he's really
ugly
gay.
as fuck.
So yeah.
Like, no offense, honey. You think you're cute in the face, but you're not.
This guy, he claimed to be Jewish. He claimed to be Ukrainian.
He is
He claimed to go to like Cornell. I mean, he claimed to go to all these universities.
He basically tried to appeal. He tried to appeal to Democratic voters.
I don't think he's gay. I don't even think he's gay.
Actually, I heard that it's like he was married to a woman until like recently.
So yeah, it's all a lie.
He was trying. It worked though, because like
that's their party.
Some Democrats were like, "Well, I used to vote Republican," and he's like a Democrat. He's a gay man who's Jewish, and all of it's a lie.
He checks all the boxes. Yeah, he checks all the boxes because he made it up.
If the Republican Party learned how to work as much as they learned how to lie, like we'd get shit done.
We would get shit done. It would be a great party. But all they do is just lie and pander. It's a mess.
It's almost like everything's just constantly being swept under the rug. And then somebody lifts the rug and they're like, oh, here's another rug. And it's like, now all this cluster of fuck of everything is just, let's keep
But then we see it when they have to do something as simple as, hey, vote for someone in your party to become speaker. And it takes this 4 days.
If anything, it's just
whereas like
us.
Democrats were like, no, we already picked the person behind closed doors and we know who we want, so we're going to vote for them.
And the Democrats were like, we're not helping them at all.
They're like,
we're all going to be present. We're here.
We're sitting here. Our families are here.
A lot of us are queer. That's the other fucked up thing. This is supposed to be like a nice time for people who get voted in, even Republican people. Like,
just get sworn in. Their families are there.
Families are there. Your kids
have your
floor.
outfit on. You have your ready to get a picture. And then you have to pick a new outfit.
They can't afford the photographer because they can't even pick a fucking person to run the house. And Nancy's probably
she was just.
She's probably just clap. That pussy
Katie
don't
Porter
give a fuck.
Katie Porter from California was reading The Subtle Art of How to Not Give a Fuck, that book. She was just reading it on the floor.
Stop.
I mean, there's so many good photos from this session, these 4 sessions.
Well, AOC was filming.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I saw a TikTok
The
and it was
bad
her.
lip reading of her. We can play the
Oh,
bad
that
lip
was
reading of
good.
her.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, there's been a lot going on this week, and you know,
it's just been a pain in the ass to watch. And the funniest part is that none of it fucking matters because they are a disaster. Any shitty bill they send to the Senate, if they can even get anything passed, will not
That's
even
the
come
problem
up
is
for a
they're-
vote.
I'm telling you.
And then Biden would veto it anyways if it did get through the Senate, if it's shit.
this is already
So, like-
showing you right now. This right here that just happened is showing you the Republican Party.
This is what they are.
Fucked.
They're fucked for
They are
2024
splitting.
too.
They are
Yeah,
splitting.
they're fully
and
splitting.
It's getting worse and worse and worse, and you're seeing it live.
Yep.
On C-SPAN.
Like we're watching. Yeah. How much drama did you expect from C-SPAN? It's,
They're
not,
like-
it's like Bravo TV.
Let's be
it's like the Real
announcers.
Housewives
How do we
of
be the
DC.
announcers of C-SPAN? Now up to the microphone. AOC is going to be speaking.
Matthew Gaetz is coming in for a punch. He pulls back his right arm and gets held. Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Nancy's clapping. Oh no. Like, can you fucking imagine? Like, can you imagine? And imagine
The C-SPAN cameras, by the way, are normally restricted by the rules of the House, which weren't in effect because there was no speaker, and so they can determine like you can only look at this podium.
That is,
but since there were no rules, the C-SPAN camera people got to decide where to turn. Oh, look, there's a fight breaking out. Turn to there. Oh, look, she's reading a book. Oh, AOC's talking to some.
and half of them just like sit. They're like so slouchy and lazy. They're like. I'm like, these are the people who are literally running our
These are the
country.
people who get paid very well.
These are the people-
six-figure people who
These
have
are
a
people-
staff, who also have health care paid for by the government, and then they're representing people who are working 3 jobs to get by.
This is
like
the 40% of America voted in.
Yeah,
like,
then that's the problem. Like, enough people don't vote.
It's crazy.
You wouldn't vote for these fuckers.
Do we just need to stop like caring?
I mean, that's what most.
Sometimes
of the
I
country's
feel
done.
like
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the way. I mean, I know like it's let's get involved. But like it's
Well,
not
this is
working,
it.
so like maybe we
Yep.
just get uninvolved, and then it like totally just clusterfucks. Somebody's gonna pay their fucking campaigns. Somebody's gonna show up to their stupid events. We got to break their fucking ankles.
I love that.
It's
Figuratively.
true. We're gonna break their fucking ankles.
Figuratively.
Oh, I'm threatening to cut their money.
Oh, okay. Because you're saying
So
your
that's-
ankles
and that's not a
are their
threat.
financial support.
Correct.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I was gonna physically crack their ankles.
Crack.
I'm gonna crack your ankle.
Crack.
Make sure you do call in though. We do like to hear feedback about the show. We would love to hear your problems.
I just have a couple other things.
Okay, and we got some things. Well, let me.
Well, I have one other thing.
That's fine.
I just had a revelation this past week when I was scrolling through Instagram as one does.
As one does.
I noticed something. So we've talked about circuit gays a lot. And you know the big letdown in your stomach when you realize someone is a circuit gay? Like you think they're cute and you think, oh, like
And
all
then-
this.
then you see 'em
and
at
then
a-
you like go to other pictures in their feed and you're like, oh,
They're on that cruise with 200,000 gays that all have COVID.
Yeah, like, oh no,
Yep,
fuck.
yep.
But then there's other people, it's similar, where I'm like, ooh, interesting. And then I'm like, oh no, they're EDM gays. The EDM gays.
Okay.
And I started comparing the two and I realized the circuit gays are just the gays that aren't hot enough to become EDM gays.
Okay.
Because when you see the EDM gays, they're
They're
a
like
lot
dead
more
serious about like the
They're
dancing.
a lot. Yeah, they just look their faces.
More ecstasy.
Maybe more ecstasy.
Not as
Maybe
much,
that's what
not
it
as
is.
much meth and more ecstasy.
Okay, is that could be?
Oh my
it.
God, I think that
so
is
the
the
EDM
difference.
gays do
Ecstasy and like marijuana and like they drink vodka.
Oh, and
The
then
circuit gays are all cocaine, meth, and like
oh my god,
opioids
probably
poppers. To be honest, so you're right.
I just saw a distinction because I was like,
I did
I
too.
realized there were like 3 different guys I was looking at, and I was like, I like all of these, and then I like went to their feeds. I'm like, oh, they're EDM. That's why. So maybe I do like EDM gays.
That's really interesting
and I would
because
like to go to an EDM concert.
I've never heard anybody call EDM like a lifestyle.
Oh yeah, there's definitely. I'll show you some.
Like emo, like
no,
but, like,
EDM gays are real, and they always are shirtless. They're always
I know
short
exactly what you're
shorts,
talking about. They're hot.
but they're hotter than circuit gays.
Now, speaking of circuit gays, we're going to be doing a Watch What Happens Now live. Maybe not live, but we'll be recording it. I mean, we got to like
These
plan it.
weehos.
These weeho gays.
This show about to come out, it's going to be so shitty.
It is going to be.
What is it? Real
probably.
Housewives of WeHo
It's
or
like
some shit.
Best
WeHo
friends of WeHo.
That's
It's like, first
fuck.
of all,
God fucking
the
damn
name
it.
is so fucking gay.
You picked the worst area in the country to represent gays. Like the
That's why I think it's going to be
faggiest,
Can
worst
you imagine
gays.
what people are going to think now? Can you fucking
It's-
imagine? Did you see the?
It's like what conservatives hate about gay people. They're going to put it on TV and be like, these are the real housewives of WeHo. And it's like, fuck?
I could have made a better one here.
I don't want them to represent us. Like, why?
Why?
Just find a couple that are like married and normal and have adopted kids.
I don't know if you know he is problematic as fuck.
Todrick Hall.
Todrick, I'm on the show. Tell us you're not a fuckhead, because you are. You were mean on Big Brother. You played it like too real.
You don't pay your bills. You don't pay your freelancers.
You don't own a house. You rented.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment. Todrick Hall is an embarrassment.
You
to
embarrassed
our
us. I'm so sick of these gays embarrassing us. Maybe this is why we don't get respect.
Like, dear
anybody who breaks through,
dear WeHo gays.
Like anybody who breaks through, George Santos even, like, okay, yeah, he's in that community, but Caitlyn Jenner, anybody who breaks through in our fucking community is a piece of shit.
Actually, you're right. Is that what you have to do? Is be a piece of shit to break through?
Look at Ross Matthews. I mean, no offense, but fuck, he's annoying as shit.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm skinny now and tan. Look at me. I go to Palm Springs. Like, girl, first of all, your voice sounds like a goddamn. This is his voice, okay?
Like it is like this.
It is actually just like that.
Like this. He's like, so I really didn't like the dances you did, but girl, work.
And I married my best friend, Beef Wellington. We're married now. Like, cheers. I got a tin shot.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to show a video of Ross Matthews when he first came out, when he was on like Leno or Conan or whatever he was. He was the ugliest, fattest, fucking grossest gay you will ever see. And he made it, and that's great. But now you're like, oh
my God.
I'm so tan, and I'm married, and I'm skinny now because I do meth. Like, I can't.
It's just true, though, that our entire community representatives are
horrible people.
Yeah.
Period.
Get that. Okay.
Okay, well, sorry, I took it. Our voicemail is 614-721-5336. We're going to learn it eventually.
614-721-5336.
Call us, tell us your problems. We love it.
And give us advice. Like,
yeah, give us advice. I actually like
we're
AJ. Thank you. I loved it.
Like, we need some fucking advice.
I love, this is your show. So be a part of it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's everybody's show. Like,
oh, I thought I was like specifically
it's
AJ.
your show.
AJ, it's your show.
AJ, we're giving it to you.
AJ, come on our actually sounded
kind of hot.
Fuckable. I would say
he was
fuckable.
very hot.
I wouldn't go that far because I need a picture.
I literally decided, and I think it went in a K-hole. I decided to go.
Now that's a circuit gay drug.
But okay, watch what happens. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. Okay.
Gay edition.
Okay.
Who
so when I went on live on TikTok.
Okay.
Just watch.
And he wanted to take a great nap, and it didn't happen because that motorcycle of yours. But
watch.
It's okay. I get it. It's a country.
Ready?
Hey, art is relative. It's a start.
On live, and it was this.
I was flipping through and I was like, I have the weirdest people.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Hi, honey. Shit.
Yeah, the dogs quite enjoyed him, and
just keep watching.
No.
I still nappy. I didn't brush it this morning.
Brushing his beard.
You're debating on Jill Candy.
What is dry ice? Like, what's happening? Why is this your TikTok? Pokemon 3D printers. Like, large people opening packages.
You say the cutest things. Well, thank you so much. I try to be.
Oh yes, we did get a little shipment of this.
This is real live. I'm doing this live.
Oh, these are people like live streaming.
This is happening right now.
This is
live right now. Okay, now.
Wait, though.
Is that Nasty Pig hat?
No. Well done. Nobody can.
My mind went somewhere else. Yeah, just a little bit.
He's tying something with a string.
Join me and let me know one by one. Let me know one by one. Because now is the time to showing you some.
Notice that the old men did not lose any time in coming up and sitting near her when we sat down.
But this is what I did for like hours. Like, I mean, I was like stuck on it because I was like, look at all the train wrecks.
Terrible. Train wrecks, just endless train wrecks.
But like all this randomness too, like, okay, like.
You can go to my Instagram and I will direct you the GIA certificate and you can.
I promise. I still love you, baby.
I'm sure it's at a straight.
Does this not feel like an SNL skit? Like
yeah,
me just
like
doing
this
this
is
like
terrible. This is bad.
Okay, so anyway,
it's really bad.
So that's what I wanted to say. I literally was like, I was laughing. I was high.
I just I was like,
but have you ever? I mean, I was scrolling through, going, "What's happening?" That's entertaining in itself. Just going boop and then waiting 5 seconds. Boop. Waiting.
That was.
Did you see
horrid
in the 2 minutes of scrolling what we just saw? Can you imagine what else is on there?
I can imagine that you spend hours high doing that.
Oh, I was stuck. I was like, that's probably why I didn't record the screen because it was probably for like 40 minutes. And I was like, only a minute. I mean, I was like, it was like.
Well, this is why like the Sugar and Spice Twins have 7 million followers. Because if people like that are watched live, like, yeah, of course they're going to have 7 million. Like, that's terrible.
Yep.
It's garbage.
Yep. So.
Wow. Sundries,
babe. What are your sundries? Do you have one? I've been going first a lot lately, so I think it's maybe.
No,
your
you haven't.
Turn.
You're
yes,
fucking
I have.
lying. You just have to search right now, so you're like stalling. I have a sundry.
Okay.
I brought this up with Matt before. I still don't fucking understand it, and I'm sure once he hears this, he's going to explain it to me again, and it's not going to make sense.
Fuck.
Have you ever wondered what in the hell is happening with towns, townships, cities, counties, municipalities, villages? I don't understand. Okay, so like you have
what is what?
Franklin County, and then you have some cities that are in 2 counties.
Mm-hmm.
And then within cities, or not even like within, but like bordering cities or partly in a city, you have townships. Right. And then you're like, well, this is my town. Well, is the town in the township? Or is and then there's villages, which are like, I know they're smaller than towns, but like there's sometimes like multiple.
I mean, there's parishes.
Multiple villages inside a township.
There's a parish.
But then there's like, so then what's, the county is bigger, usually bigger, but then why can cities go in between counties?
So the level is, it goes city, I think it goes city, county, state, federal.
City, county.
I think.
But cities aren't bigger than counties.
But cities can.
Because like Franklin County is bigger than Columbus.
Right. So that's why Columbus is the lowest one. Okay. So they make rules or whatever.
Okay.
But they're also, it's weird. Local, your major thing is your local. Like, it's what keeps you safe or not.
Well, because like where I live in the city of Grandview, which is like inside the city. Well, it's not inside the city of Columbus, but then it's like, but there's a township that's right on the side of Grandview. It's like called Clinton Township.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's this township? Is it part of Columbus?
Yeah.
Our township's part of Columbus?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just, I don't know. I really don't know.
But that's what I'm saying is when I drive around, I'm like, oh, I'm in a township now. And I'm like, what the fuck is a township?
I think they can regulate their laws. Like, I think that's what it's all about. Like, that's what I think that's
so
really,
they have their own government in a
like,
township.
They're like, in the township, they're like, we have a board, okay, that can tell you what you can do in our township.
Okay.
And then they have to abide by city rules. And the city has to rule by state rules. And the state rules need to be, you know what I mean? It goes all the way up.
I just know that when I was growing up, I lived in a township but then like my siblings went to the city of Centerville schools. And I was like, but we live in Washington Township.
I feel like townships are bougie.
But then I would say I'm from Centerville. But then it's like, no, I live in Washington Township.
So maybe there's a lot. Okay, so like maybe it's like looking at Columbus. Let's look at Columbus.
Okay.
You have the Short North. What if they just called all these like Short North Township, Old Town East Township?
I think those are just districts though.
Well, sure, but I'm talking like, right. So I'm trying to like relate it to like,
oh, okay.
If you were to look at Columbus and say, okay, if you broke down all the neighborhoods and turn those into townships, that's what a township is. And like Old Town East Township would have certain rules in this little area because this is what everybody you know what I'm saying or no?
I didn't know that these were all townships.
They're not. I'm just saying if they were.
Oh, if they were.
So like Centerville, like so imagine Centerville.
But Centerville was a city, the city of Centerville.
Sure,
okay.
Columbus is a city.
That sounded like the aliens just landed and are taking over. What was that?
Oh my God, is it the horns of Jesus?
That's what the Antichrist. What is your sundry? Like, I need to know your sundry. We gotta go. Like, what's happening?
My sundry really isn't anything. I mean, it's the same thing all the time. It's about driving probably, and it's the fact that people just don't go up on fucking lights. Like, if you're turning
when you
left,
have to turn left,
stop,
pull into the fucking intersection.
Pull into the intersection, okay? And then when it turns green finally, that because you waited and you don't go, I'm gonna fucking honk.
Oh, no, no.
I know what my sundry is.
Okay.
It's a question. Because I feel like a lot of times we're like, we're not well, and we're like kind of, what makes you happy right now?
Oh.
So, mama. I think for me, what makes me happy is marijuana and alcohol.
I knew that was, I was like, I know what makes you happy, bitch.
I don't know. But I was thinking that in my head. I was like, wow, what a sundry, because I don't know what makes me happy right now. I mean, like,
this is why your therapist is asking about your meds.
Fuck.
Because you're like happy when you're high scrolling on TikTok on the couch. And that's
by myself,
what makes you
in the dark with my CPAP machine on.
Sending your partner away to a party and so you can be alone.
I'm
like,
I mean,
literally.
well, sorry. I was with them all week.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I would be done
in a city.
too.
Like,
I would be done. And a hotel room, which is the worst part.
No friends. It's just us. It's like,
oh, fuck.
24/7.
I know what that's like. Yeah.
But anyway.
So you don't know.
What makes me happy right now? I don't know. The trip coming up.
Okay.
I mean, thinking
anticipation
of seeing a lot of friends,
new activities. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be what makes me
reconnecting with friends. Good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Reconnecting.
Okay.
What about you?
Same thing. I say reconnecting, trying new things is always my thing that makes me happy. Like any new experience. So last night I went to a restaurant I'd never been to and tried food that I'd never tried before.
Was it good?
Oh, so good. It was
you do love
Alqueria.
That,
for me, that was like,
for me,
look at this creativity. They combined this with this. Like that, a chef had to do that.
Yeah.
And they had to make it taste good. And so like that to me is something that makes me happy.
Good.
My little puppy.
Oh yeah,
sleeping and cuddling with Penny in bed.
Actually, I wrote that in last week.
I was like, I just want to like lay in bed with Penny. It's like she was cuddling up against me under the covers and just keeping me warm, and I was like petting her under the covers. Like I was like, this is great.
There's nothing like a dog's love.
It's true. That's true.
Period. Thank you for listening to us and watching us if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not watching on YouTube, you might want to, because we're a goddamn mess.
You should.
We have a beautiful green screen now that I can make the set different every week.
It's like I'm in a different room every week.
Every week we're just going to do a different room. Maybe
then you can see the clips. You can
honestly,
see the stuff
if you have
we're
any
talking
ideas,
about.
message us, call us. We're on Instagram, Not Well Podcast.
614-721-5336.
I knew you
Call
fucking
our
knew it deep
voicemail.
down. I knew you knew it deep down. I can't even tell you that. Well,
614-721-5336.
Yeah, leave us a review, email us, call us. Blah, blah, blah. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
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 Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Not Well. Please exit to your left.
My father was a pilot.
Can we say something really quick? I know we're ended, but one more thing. Okay. This is like a pet peeve of mine, but if you've noticed when you're on an airplane, this is a pilot.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to fly on here in the Atlanta area.
But meanwhile, like it sounds like a blowing rush of wind over your head, and you're like, I can't even fucking hear a single word, even if I was
out of the south, and we're gonna be coming in on this little gentleman here is gonna blow me. It's like,
can one of those faggot stewardesses come up here and suck my dick? Thank you.
We need one of those queers to come on up here.
Bring that fat queer up here, and
then they'll do these things where they're like, weather out of the west.
Thank you for flying with Southwest today.
Like,
it's literally like,
this is what it is.
We appreciate your business.
We appreciate your business, and we'll see you next flight. Okay. And then it goes to the sort of...
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your indication that the pilot has said we are going to land.
Tray tables up, bitch.
All your Wi-Fi and all your bullshit needs to be turned off.
Yeah. Put that laptop away.
We're going to be coming around with trash bags and act like we care. And you're going to clean up the fucking plane because you're going to pay for it and clean it.
Literally, they don't clean in between flights.
I sat down and I'm like, what's in here? Or what's in here? You got some trash in your front little...
my favorite is... ladies and gentlemen, even though we were here 15 minutes early,
we're going to be late taking off.
The gate is being taken. They're going to bring the planes out here and...
we'll get you out of here.
So even though we're early, we're going to be on time.
Yep.
Every time. It's like you're just sitting there. It's such a joke. It's like, yay, we're getting there. Oh, we're not. Okay, we can't get off. Okay, and our bags are.